Alright, so today I'm going to talk about one of the diseases or illnesses of nervous system, which is called the Parkinson's disease. So Parkinson's disease is basically a chronic disease of nervous system. It is a progressive disorder, which means it happens or occurs over time and has long-lasting effects. It was first discovered by a London physician called James Parkinson's in 1817, and it was called shaking palsy. Later it was renamed by Martin. It was renamed to Parkinson, honoring James Parkinson. So this disease is related to one of the neurotransmitters of the nervous system, which is called the dopamine. Dopamine, it controls the voluntary muscle movements, and it affects the emotional behavior, and is also responsible for long-term memories. So neurotransmitters are used as a chemical messenger, or dopamine is used as a chemical messenger within the system to transmit signals. So Parkinson's, a person has Parkinson when he or she has low amount of dopamine. So when one type of neuron, it degenerates to produce less dopamine. As a result, it causes abnormal brain activity, which leads to Parkinson's disease. Some causes the causes of Parkinson's is yet unknown, but scientists have researched and found some factors appear to play a role in leading to Parkinson's disease. And the factors are genetic mutations, environmental triggers like exposure to the toxins or pesticides, and Lewy bodies. And Lewy bodies is basically the clumps of specific substances within the brain cells that are microscopic markers of Parkinson's disease. And researchers believe that these Lewy bodies, they hold an important clue to the cause of Parkinson's disease. So also age and heredity play an important role in leading to Parkinson's disease, which this disease occurs mostly in men than women at the age of 60 mostly. Moving on to the next one, which is the symptoms. The first symptom we have is the tremor, which is basically shaking. It usually begins in hand or fingers, and your hand may tremor when it's at rest also. Then we have is difficulty in controlling movements, starting movements or standing balance, and the movements are really slow. Then we have is rigid muscles or stiffness, which is basically the muscles are blocked. So the stiff of muscles can be painful and limit your range of motion, and the stiffness can occur in any part of the body. Then we have is bent posture, as you can see. Then we have is speech changes, which is speaking softly, quickly, or hesitating before talking. Here we can see in the first picture we have normal person with normal amount of dopamine. Here we have the receptor, the axon terminals. So here we have normal amount of dopamine. Then next one here is a affected person with Parkinson's. So we can see here there is low amount of dopamine. And here in the next picture we can see the symptoms, which have tremor, shuffling step or random steps. We have stiffness of muscles. We have bent posture, as you can see. Then moving on to the prevention and cure, because there is still the cause of the disease is yet unknown. The ways to prevent this disease completely is also a mystery and unknown. However, some researchers found that the aerobic exercises like swimming, running, jogging may reduce the risk of having this disease. But some treatments are there to relieve symptoms and live better without this disease. Not without, to relieve it, make it less, to relieve the symptoms and make the symptoms less appearing. So the first one we have is the first treatment, which is the physiotherapy, which is to relieve the muscles from stiffness through exercise and manipulation. Then we have is medications, which is one type of medication we have here is levodopa, which is when this drug is taken, the brain cells convert this drug to dopamine, so it increases the amount of dopamine in the body, so it relieves the body from this disease. And last one we have is surgery, and it's surgery can be done for some of some people, not all of them, and it can be done like in some areas of the brain. This is the end. Thank you for listening.